Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we'll be looking at every single Major League Baseball game we have coming up for April 15th. That's today, Tuesday. We're going to go game by game, break down all 15 of our MLB matchups and try to predict the outcome. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? We'll also focus on the best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. If you're a baseball fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going over every game, every single day, breaking them down, looking at the rosters, looking at the pitching rotations. If you're a sports fan, we also have all the off-season football news going on. The NFL draft's coming up. We have college football spring ball going on. We can't wait till the football season starts. But hey, it is baseball season right now. We are loving it. We are now in week 4. This season is actually starting to fly by, but the good teams are really starting to separate themselves. They're really starting to find their footing right now. We have 15 games. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel right now. If you have any comments, whether you agree, disagree, drop them below, and I'm going to respond to every single one of them. But let's go ahead and get started running through these games. The very first one we have at 6:40 p.m., we're going to have the 6-10 Washington Nationals versus the 6-11 Pittsburgh Pirates. These teams find themselves in very similar situations, very similar records. Pittsburgh took game 1, solid performance yesterday. I think they won it 10-4. They're hoping to carry that momentum into today. They want to take this series. They want to try to get things on track in their division. Right now you have Pittsburgh, 56.2% chance to win this game. Washington, a 43.8% chance to win. Pittsburgh, 1.5 run favorites. The over in here is 8.5. Pittsburgh is minus 135. Washington is plus 115. Washington right now, they're averaging 4.7 runs a game, hitting .239, 17 steals, giving up 5.15 runs per game. Obviously, that's been their Achilles heel. They actually don't really have any issues on offense so far. Got to get the batting average up, but they are scoring runs. Problem is they're giving up just as many runs as they score, if not more. Pittsburgh, they're averaging 3.1 runs a game, hitting .184, one of the worst offenses in baseball, but they still found a way to generate 10 runs yesterday. They want to continue that momentum. Right now, 22 steals. They're giving up 4.4 runs a game. The pitching matchup, we have Jake Irvin going for Washington. We have Mitch Keller going for Pittsburgh. Both guys very similar overall throughout their career, about 4.4 to 4.5 career ERAs so far this season. Irvin's at 5.63, 16 innings, 12 strikeouts. He's given up 4 home runs. Got to get those home runs down. And then you have Keller, 4.24, 17 innings, 14 strikeouts, 0 home runs. He's technically had the more consistent start to the season, where we are going to go with Pittsburgh and their better bullpen winning this game, covering the spread, and we're going to go with the over. This next one's kind of a tough one because you have one team who's doing okay on offense. You have one team that is an offensively driven team. At 6:40 p.m., we have the 9-7 Arizona Diamondbacks visiting the 8-7 Miami Marlins. So far this season, Diamondbacks are about playing the way people expected them. Miami so far playing a lot better than a lot of people thought they would so far this season. Some people had the Marlins finishing dead last or second to last in the NL East. So far, solid opening the season. Miami at home, 55.8% chance to win. The Diamondbacks, a 44.2. Diamondbacks find themselves as the Vegas favorites. 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 8.5. Arizona, minus 165. Miami is plus 140. Right now, the Diamondbacks, one of the best offenses in baseball, starting to get that team ERA down because it was hovering in the 5 to 6s. It's now in the 4s, so they are pitching a lot better. Right now, they're averaging 5.1 runs a game, hitting .256, 4.34 ERA. That is respectable. It's middle of the pack. Right now, the Marlins, 4.3 runs a game, hitting .253, giving up 4.07. The thing that's kept them in a lot of their games has been their starting pitching so far this season. It has been a pleasant surprise. Right now, for our pitching matchup, we have Merrill Kelly going for the Diamondbacks. So far this season, not the best start. He's been giving up a lot of runs, a lot of home runs, 9 walks in 15 innings, 7.2 ERA, but he still found a way to go 2-1 because the Diamondbacks can score some runs and they can score them in bunches. Right now, Miami, they have Connor Gillespie going. He's 0-1, 3.86 ERA, 14 innings, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 home runs. Pretty solid open to the season. This is his first season as a starter. He only has 3 career starts to his name against the veteran Kelly, so we don't have that much tape on him. But I'm actually going to go with the Marlins to get the upset win here. I do agree with the fan vote, but I'm kind of 50-50 here. But I have the Marlins winning this one, so going with the plus 1.5, and I could see like a 5-4, 6-4 game, so I'll go with the over. And also at 6:40 p.m., we have the 8-8 Seattle Mariners visiting the 8-8 Cincinnati Reds. Both of these teams are 500, so someone's going to walk away from this game with a winning record, someone with a losing record. Right now, the Reds at home, 56.4% chance to win this game. Seattle a 43.6. The Reds are the underdogs, though. Seattle, the Vegas 1.5 favorite. The over-under here is 8.5. Seattle's minus 120. Cincinnati is even. This is a very, very evenly matched game, and both teams have two solid pitchers going. Right now, Seattle, their biggest issue to open the season has been their offense, getting runs on the board. I'd say actually the last series they started to generate some momentum there. They are starting to score some runs. Right now they're averaging 3.8 runs a game, hitting 210, 23 steals, 3.54 ERA. As long as they're pitching that well, the offense won't have to do much to win games, but they are starting to get a better performance out of them. Cincinnati, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 200, only 9 steals. They're not aggressive on the base pass, but their team ERA 2.87. That is a top 6 ERA in all of Major League Baseball right now. Obviously, at home, they should have the advantage pitching staff-wise, but for the Mariners, they're going to have Luis Castillo going, their best pitcher. He's a career 3.5 guy. So far this season, one of the best pitchers in baseball, 1-1 record, 2.12 ERA, 17 innings, 15 strikeouts, 2 home runs. He's a strikeout pitcher. Will he be able to make sure the Reds' bats miss the balls? They're going to be going with Nick Lodolo. Veteran guy, 4.44 ERA for his career. So far this season, though, 2-1, 0.96. One of the best starts of the season, 18.2 innings, only 8 strikeouts. That's somewhat concerning, but a lot of control here. He's only given up 12 hits, 1 walk, 1 home run. He's pitched about as well as anyone in baseball to start the year. But give me the Mariners to win this game. Luis Castillo to continue his hot start. They win this one, but a very low-scoring, close game. I'm going to go with them covering the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. And at 6:45, a really interesting NL matchup. We have the 12-4 San Francisco Giants. Let's just pause there. Let's give the Giants some credit. The NL West is probably the most competitive division in Major League Baseball this season. Giants are fighting it out with everyone. They are second in the West right now. A great offensive start, great pitching start to the season. They'll be facing off versus the 9-7 Philadelphia Phillies. This is two teams with winning records. Both sit second in their division. Both teams have really good offenses. Both teams have really good pitching staff. Philly, some people pick to surprisingly win the World Series this season. Giants better take them serious. Philadelphia also better take the Giants serious. Right now, Philly at home, 60.2% chance to win this game. Very heavy favorites here by the fans, and the Giants are 39.8% chance to win. Phillies, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under is 8.5. Philadelphia is minus 155. San Francisco's plus 130. San Francisco right now, they're averaging 5 runs a game. No issues with their offense. Hitting 220, 3.2 team ERA. Very good pitching staff, but Philadelphia's right there with them. They're averaging 4 runs a game. That number will go higher. It's kind of low right now. They have a very good lineup. All of the bats aren't hitting yet, but the potential's there. They're hitting 237, 15 steals, giving up 3.52 runs per game. Both of these teams, 2 of the best pitching staffs. Philadelphia, some would say, has the best pitching staff in baseball top to bottom. Looking at our pitching matchup, we have the Grizzly veteran Justin Verlander. This guy's 65 years old, continues to pitch well. So far this season, not the best opening to the season, but he's a veteran. As the season goes on, he usually gets stronger and stronger down the stretch. Right now, 6.92 ERA, 13 innings, 16 strikeouts, 16 hits, 6 walks. Not the best control so far, but I have no issues worrying about him. It's in September, August. That's when he's going to be at his best. And right now, for Philadelphia, they have Jesus Luzardo going for his career, 3.7 ERA, 2-0 record, 1.5 ERA so far this season, 18 innings, 25 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up. This guy's pitching well. Give me Philadelphia to win this game, to cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under here. And then on TBS at 7:05 p.m., the 8-7 Cleveland Guardians facing off versus the 6-9 Baltimore Orioles, who sit at 5th place in the AL East. We know Baltimore, they have the bats, they have the offense, they're going to continue hitting throughout the season. Their Achilles heel coming into the season was going to be their starting pitching, and it has been a problem so far for them, but as long as they can score runs, they can technically claw their way back to a 500 team. Right now, the Orioles, 59.4% chance to win. The Guardians, a 40.6. Baltimore here, you are the favorites, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. Cleveland comes in, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting 222, giving up 3.6 runs a game, only 6 steals on the season. Baltimore, they do continue to score. They have a lot of pop, 4.4 runs a game, hitting .235, 9 steals. Their team ERA is 4.57. It's a little elevated, but as long as you score more runs than you give up, you are going to win that game. Right now, looking at our pitching matchup, we're going to have Logan Allen going for the Guardians. He's been the better pitcher this season. 0-run record, 3.6 ERA, 10 innings, 5 strikeouts, 7 walks. Almost a walk per inning. That kind of scares me. If you put guys on base here for free, Baltimore is going to find a way to drive them in. That is a little concerning here for the Orioles. They have Charlie Morton going. He's the Grizzly veteran, 0-3 record, 8.78 ERA. Awful start to the season. He's a veteran. You know he's going to continue to get better. He will lower the ERA, just not the best first month. He has 13.1 innings, 17 strikeouts. He is striking guys out, but he's giving up walks. He's giving up hits. He's also putting guys on base. This is a very difficult game to call for me. I can make a case for either one of these teams winning it, and Charlie Morton is actually due for a good game right now. But I'm going to go with the upset. I have Cleveland winning this one, going with the +1.5, going with the over. And we have our FanDuel matchup at 7:05 p.m. Our 8-9 Kansas City Royals here visiting the 9-7 New York Yankees. Right now, KC third in the AL Central. The Yankees are second in the East. KC, young team, good pitching, a lot of potential with their offense, but right now they have a 28.5% chance to win this one. The Yankees a 71.5%. This game is so lopsided by the fan vote, it's somewhat concerning. Whenever I see a team that favored, for some reason I always think that they are bound to drop that game. Right now the Yankees 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 8.5. The Yankees are -210, and KC is +175. Yankees heavy favorites. Right now KC, they're averaging 3.3 runs a game, hitting .219, 12 steals, giving up 3.14 runs per game. One of the better pitching opens to the season right now. They just have to generate more runs on offense. And for the Yankees, they continue to score runs. They do continue to hit home runs. Not like that first series, but they're getting guys on base. They're driving them in. They're averaging 6.3 runs a game, hitting .259. Very solid there. 13 steals, giving up 4.67 runs a game. When the season started, when they had Garrett Cole, some people said they had the best rotation in baseball. They lose Garrett Cole, massive loss. People are still saying they still have a top 5 rotation in baseball. So far, their starting rotation has not been a strength for the Yankees. It's been their offense, it's been their bullpen, but we know once that rotation gets on, they're going to be shutting teams out. It is bound to happen at some point. Right now, for our pitching matchup, we have the veteran Michael Wacha going for KC. Very consistent, very reliable pitcher throughout his career. For his career, 3.89 ERA so far this season, 0-2 record, 4.2 ERA, 15 innings, 11 strikeouts. A lot of walks, but at least he's keeping the home runs out of it. And for the Yankees, they have the veteran Max Fried going 2-0 record, 1.56 career ERA, 3.5 for his career, 17.1 innings, 21 strikeouts, only 3 walks, 1 home run given up in 3 starts. This guy's pitching really good. He has the offense behind him. Give me the Yankees to win this game to cover the spread, going with the over. And it's 7:05 p.m. We're going to have an AL East on AL East matchup. You have the 8-10 Boston Red Sox. They really want to get their way back to 500 versus the 500, 8-8 Tampa Bay Rays. Right now, this game is going to be at Steinbrenner Field. Boston third in the East, Tampa Bay fourth in the East. Both of these teams they're having decent seasons so far because they're hovering around that 500 area. But some people picked Boston to, under the radar, win the AL Central. Some had them win the World Series. They need to get a little more from their offense. Pitching has been a strength so far this season. Right now, you have Boston coming into this game, 38.1% chance to win this game. The Rays, heavy favorites here, 61.9% chance to win. But Boston, they're going to be the underdogs. Rays, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is going to be 8.5. Boston comes in, they're averaging 4.5 runs a game. They got clobbered in this game yesterday. Clobbered. We picked the Rays to win the game, but the Rays beat the crap out of the Red Sox yesterday. Boston, 4.5 runs a game, hitting .251, 23 steals, 3.75 team ERA. For Tampa Bay, 4.1 runs a game, hitting .265, 22 steals, 3.53 team ERA. Both of these teams have pretty decent offenses. Both of these teams have pretty good pitching staffs. Tampa Bay might have the edge bullpen-wise. I do think Boston will have it as the season goes on. Right now, looking at our pitching matchup, we have Walker Buehler, the younger veteran, going right now. 1-1 record, 5.74. You were really hoping this guy was going to get things back on track this season. Had a bad season last year. He's had some injury problems. Has not been able to get things on track this season, but I'm still hoping beyond hope that there's the potential. I hate to see guys' careers go down due to injuries. He'll be going against Ryan Popo right now for the Yankees, 1-1 record, 3.38 ERA, 16 innings, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's putting guys on base. Just not too many of them are scoring. This is a game, even though the fans heavily favorite the Rays, I could see this one honestly going either way, but I'm going to go with the Rays to win it. Lower scoring game, though. Walker Buehler does not pitch bad. Rays cover the spread. I'm going with the under. This next game is another one of those games that can really, when you look at it, it can be a pick 'em. At 7:07 p.m., we have the 5-11 Atlanta Braves. Guys, they are starting to win some games. Put it out there. 5-4 of their last 9 games. Looking at this roster, one of the best in baseball. They've just played like crap the whole season. Starting to get some things on track. Hopefully that offense can get things on track. They'll be facing off here versus the 9-8 Toronto Blue Jays, who actually sit at first place in the East. So the 5th NL East team versus the 5th AL East team. Versus the 1st AL East team. Right now, the Braves, they are a 55.6% chance to win this one on the road. Toronto, 44.4. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. The Braves come in -125. Toronto +105. Atlanta, they're averaging 3.3 runs a game, hitting .227, 4.42 team ERA. As they start to pitch better, they're going to start getting that offense going. Toronto, they're averaging 3.9 runs a game, hitting .267. Their team ERA is a very, very surprising 3.37. Great start to the season. Jimenez, Springer hitting .375. Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr. On the other side, the Braves are technically loaded on offense. It's just your big bats aren't delivering yet. But there's going to come a time where they're just going to explode, and they're going to carry this team back to 500. Right now, Marcell Ozuna having a great season. 306 average. You have Austin Riley, 4 home runs so far, hitting .288. I'm going to go. Looking at this pitching matchup, you have Spencer Schwallenbach going for the Braves. He's probably a guy that they want on the mound. He's probably been their most consistent, best starting pitcher this season. 1-0 record, .45 ERA, 20 innings, 19 strikeouts. He's probably due for a bad game, though. And on the other side, you have Kevin Gausman going for the Blue Jays. 1-1 record, 2.33 for his career, 3.8 pitcher. Every season, his ERA is always hovering in the 3. So you know what kind of performance you're going to get from him. 19.1 innings, 14 strikeouts. But I can see the Blue Jays, with the pop they have, easily winning this game. They are at home. But for some reason, you always think the Braves are going to get their way back to 500. I have the Braves winning it, covering the spread, and we're going to go with the over. At 7:40 p.m., we're going to have the 6-10 Athletics visiting the 4-11 Chicago White Sox. Right now, both teams sitting in pretty bad places, but at least Chicago played pretty good in the last week. They are starting to score some runs. They've had a really good pitching staff. The Athletics' bullpen's kind of been up and down, but they probably have the edge overall talent-wise, pitching-wise. Right now, the Athletics, 45.5% chance to win this game. The White Sox, a 54.5% chance to win. The A's, they're the Vegas favorites, 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 8.5. You have the Athletics -165. Chicago is +140. The Athletics are averaging 4.1 runs a game, hitting .242. Only 3 steals, worst in Major League Baseball. You got to get some guys to steal some bases. Generate something on the base pass. 3 is pathetic right now through your first 16 games, and they're giving up 4.91 runs per game. They have not been pitching well this season. The talents there bullpen-wise are going to get things on track. They have to help their offense out. Right now for Chicago, they're averaging 3.3 runs a game, which is actually better than where they found themselves last week. They're hitting .201. 12 steals, giving up 3.55 runs per game. Pitching has been really strong to open up the season. Right now for the pitching matchup, you have Jeffrey Springs going for the A's. So far this season, 2-1 record, 4.2 ERA, 15 innings, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks, 15 hits. Pretty good opening start to the season. You have Sean Burke going for the White Sox. This guy only has 6 career starts in Major League Baseball. Last season, 1.45 ERA. Not the best opening to this season, but the talent's there. He is technically a strikeout pitcher. 1-2 record, 6.08 ERA, 13.1 innings. He's given up 13 hits. He has 8 strikeouts. Got to get the strikeouts up. 4 walks, 3 home runs. He's giving up a lot of walks. He's giving up a lot of hits. Gotta pitch better here. The Athletics do have some power hitters. Soderstrom having a great season. Wilson. They have pop there. They have guys that can get on base, but they're very top batting order centric heavy. Once you get to the second half, you can basically strike out that whole portion of the batting order. They have to get more rounded on offense, but give me the A's and their more rounded, complete team to win this game. I have them covering the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 7:40 p.m., we're going to have the 10-6 Detroit Tigers here visiting the 8-9 Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers would love their chance to get back to 500. These teams faced off yesterday. The Tigers beat down the Brewers. They curb stomped them 9-1. Right now, Detroit, 51.4% chance to win. Milwaukee, a 48.6% chance to win. So this is practically split down the middle fan vote-wise. You could say this game is potentially a 50-50 pick-em game. Right now, Detroit, 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 7.5. Detroit comes in, they're minus 125. Milwaukee's plus 105. But I personally see this game as also a very close matchup. You have a veteran pitcher going for Detroit. They've been playing really good baseball. They are scoring runs, pitching well, but at some point they're probably due for an upset game. Milwaukee giving up a lot of runs. Awful pitching, but they have no issue scoring runs. Right now, Detroit, they're averaging 4.7 runs a game. Hitting .249, 5 steals, got to get that up, but they're giving up 3.56. This is a really well-rounded team, a surprising team. Some people did have them as a under-the-radar team in their division this season. If you did, you would have been right to start the year. They sit at first place in the AL Central, and for Milwaukee, they sit at second place. 5.3 runs a game. Scoring runs is not a problem. They're hitting .239, 15 steals. They're giving up 5.02 runs a game. They're almost giving up as many runs as they score. They have to pitch better. Looking at our pitching matchup today, we have the veteran Jake Flaherty going for the Tigers. For his career, 3.58 career ERA. Good open to the season, 1-0, 1.62 ERA, 16.2 innings, 21 strikeouts. He's given up some walks, but he's been pitching really well so far. Tigers, as a team, have been playing really great baseball. And for Milwaukee, they have the young guy, Quinn Priester, going 0-0 record, 1.8 ERA, only one start this season, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, gave up 2 walks, gave up a home run. So far, he's a veteran. I hate to go underdog, but sometimes you just think there's going to be an upset here, and you can't necessarily explain why. But both of these teams have an offense. It could just come down to whose bats are on today, whose are off. I'm going to go with Milwaukee to pull off the upset, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going low scoring. I'm going to go with the under. And at 7:40 p.m., we have the 11-5 New York Mets visiting the 5-12 Minnesota Twins. Mets, a very impressive start to the season, first place in the NL East. Twins, this was a team that was really hoping to get back to the playoffs this season after missing it last year. Not the best open of the season. Coaching staff, you are starting to feel some heat right now. You are at home. You still have the potential to take this series versus a very good New York Mets team. Right now, the Twins, 48.5% chance to win. The Mets a 51.5. This is still very close. Mets are hot right now. Twins are cold, and still the fans are saying this game's almost a 50-50. Mets are 1.5 run favorites. Over in here, 7.5. This game personally scares the crap out of me. Mets have been pitching really well. Best pitching staff ERA-wise in all of baseball in our 4th week, but at some point, you know they are due to get shelled. Mets put it on them last night, won that one 5-1. Right now, they're averaging 3.8 runs a game. They are minus 125. Minnesota's plus 105. They're only hitting 208. The offense so far has not gotten going. When you look at this offense on paper, they have a top 5 offensive roster. But outside of Soto, Lindor, Alonso, they are getting 0 production from their batting order. At some point, those other 6 guys, you got to step up. You have to help up the top 3. Right now, they're only giving up 2.47 runs per game. Like I mentioned, that is first place in Major League Baseball right now, which that was supposed to be their weakness. Batting order was supposed to be their strength, pitching their weakness. It is vice versa right now, but hey, great for the Mets. They are first place. Right now, the Twins are averaging 3.4 runs a game, hitting .208, giving up 3.85 runs per game. Pretty good pitching opening for them. They just got to generate more runs on offense. Right now, our pitching matchup, we have Tyler McGill going. This is a guy who has a high ceiling, low floor. He's been up and down throughout his career. He's been hurt a lot. When he's on, very tough to hit. When he's off, he gives up a lot of home runs, a lot of walks. Right now, 2-1 record, .63 ERA. This guy's pitching as well as anyone right now in baseball, but for some reason, you know, he's probably due to get shelled at some point. 14.1 innings, 17 strikeouts, 0 home runs given up. And right now, for the Twins, they have Bailey Ober going 0-1 record, 7.11 ERA, 12.2 innings, 12 strikeouts. You're not necessarily scared with him because you know he's going to get that ERA down. Maybe this is the game when he starts to do that. But I'm going to go with the Mets winning this one. Low-scoring game. Mets are struggling to score runs. They cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. At 7:45 p.m., we have the 7-9 Houston Astros versus the 8-8 St. Louis Cardinals. Right now, the Cardinals 51.9% chance to win. Houston a 48.1, very close there. Houston 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 7.5. Houston, they're averaging 4 runs a game. They're starting to score some more runs. They're starting to get things turned around there. They have good pitching. They just got to get the offense back on track. They're hitting .219. 16 steals, 3.69 ERA. A very good pitching so far, and they also have a good pitcher going today. Right now for St. Louis, 5.5 runs a game. One of the best offenses in baseball. They're hitting .280. It's a shame that they're a 500 team because they've been putting a lot of runs on the board, and they're giving up 4.48 runs per game. They have Herrera, Donovan, Nolan Arenado, who's the core nucleus of that offense. Once you really get things ramped up, this is going to be a team that's going to score a lot of runs this season. Fun for St. Louis fans. And for Houston, you have Jose Altuve doing Altuve things, hitting .288, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. Once you get Alvarez going, he's going to be that guy that's going to power you through the middle part of this season. Looking at our pitching matchup, you have the young guy, Hunter Brown, going for the Astros. Career 3.8 guy this season, 1-1, 2 ERA, 18 innings, 18 strikeouts, only 3 walks, 1 home run through his first 3 starts. This is a young pitcher, strikeout pitcher, really good pitcher, the guy you want to continue chipping your way back to 500. And for St. Louis, they have the veteran Fede going 1-run record, 4.2 ERA for his career, 4.4, 15 innings, only 5 strikeouts, 1 strikeout every 3 innings. That's pretty low, giving up 8 walks, 2 home runs. Give me the Astros to win this game, get back to 1 game under 500. I have them covering the spread. Going to go with the over here. At 8:05 p.m., we're going to have a very competitive AL West game. We have the number 1 AL West team versus the number 2 AL West team. At 8:05, the 9-6 LA Angels. What a start to them. They've come out of nowhere, and they are positioning themselves purposely right now to make a run in the AL West versus the 9-7 Texas Rangers. You definitely have to appreciate this team. Runs have been pretty hard to come by for them, but they have the power there. They have the hitting. It's not going right now. Pitching's been carrying them, but once that hitting gets on, that's going to be enough to potentially win this division. Right now, you have the Angels coming in here on the road, 53.6% chance to win. Texas, a 46.4. Texas, 1.5 run favorites. Over here is 8.5. The Angels are averaging 5 runs a game, hitting .237, giving up 4.87 runs per game. They give up a lot of runs per game. That is a little concerning there. And for Texas, 3.2 runs a game, hitting .208, 17 steals. They are aggressive on the bases. It's just not translating into runs, but they're only giving up 3.85 runs a game. They have the better pitching staff. They don't necessarily have the best pitcher going today, but neither do the Angels. They have Kikuchi going 0-2 record, 5 ERA, 18 innings, 16 strikeouts. And for Texas, Patrick Corbin going. I would love for Patrick Corbin to have a good game here. He was a really good pitcher first half of his career, but I'd say the last 6 to 7 seasons, his ERA has been over 5 every single year. Right now, 6.75, 4 innings, 0 strikeouts. That's a hard number there because he is a strikeout pitcher throughout his career. This is a game both pitchers have the potential to completely get shelled here. Hard game to call. I hate those type of games because someone's going to have a surprising game and someone is going to continue to suck this game. Give me the Angels to pull off the upset. 1.5. Well, going with the plus 1.5, going with the over. And then a low-key really good matchup at 9:40 p.m. We have the 11-8 Chicago Cubs. Great season for them. Right now they are first in the NL Central. They'll be visiting the 14-3 first place in the NL West San Diego Padres. This team is loaded. A lot of great hitters, great pitching so far. But Chicago, one of the best offenses to open the season. Right now the Cubs 55.5% chance to win. San Diego a 44.5. The Cubs though, they open as 1.5 run favorites. The over here is 7.5. Cubs are minus 145. San Diego's plus 120. Chicago, they're averaging 6.6 runs a game, hitting .257, 26 steals, giving up 4.14 runs per game. San Diego scoring 4.5 runs a game, hitting .279. They are getting a lot of guys on base right now. 23 steals, very aggressive on the base paths, but so are the Cubs. Right now, their team ERA 2.86. One of the best pitching staffs in baseball. Looking at our matchup, we have Imanga going for the Cubs. Last season, 15-3 record, 2.91 ERA. His first season in the major leagues. This guy can pitch so far this year. 2-1, 2.7 ERA, 23.1 innings, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks, 3 home runs. He's leaving some guys on base, but he's getting outs when he has to get out, and he's pitching really good this season, carrying this Cubs pitching staff. And then you have Randy Vasquez going for San Diego, 1.72 ERA, 15.2 innings, 6 strikeouts, 12 walks, almost giving up a walk per inning. That's the concerning number there. He's getting guys out, but he has control, and then he has lack of control. What version is going to dominate this game? Give me the Cubs to win it, to cover the spread. Going to go with the over. 2 really good teams, fun game to watch. In our final game at 10:10 p.m., the 3-13 Colorado Rockies coming off of a loss in this series yesterday versus the 12-6 LA Dodgers. Right now, the Dodgers sit at 3rd in the NL West. Who would have thought it? And the Colorado Rockies sit at 5th in the West. Right now, the Rockies, probably the worst overall offense in Major League Baseball. They have a 32.1% chance to win. Dodgers, a 67.9%. The Rockies are averaging 2.9 runs a game, hitting .226, 8 steals, giving up 4.91 runs per game. Very difficult place to pitch, but they have hitting problems, pitching problems. Where do you start to fix it? Right now, the Dodgers have shown themselves to be mortal the first 3 weeks of the season. 4.5 runs a game, hitting .226, 9 steals, 3.83 ERA. When you look at this roster top to bottom for the Dodgers, best roster in baseball, but everyone has to be healthy. Everyone has to be hitting. Both of those things are not the case for the Dodgers now. Like I said, they have shown themselves to be mortal. They're going to have to turn some things on if they want a shot. They're probably going to make the playoffs this season, but you're sitting at 3rd in your division right now. But NL West, very competitive division. Looking at our pitching matchup, both of these guys could potentially give up some runs this game. You have Feltner going for the Rockies, 2.81 ERA, 16 innings, 16 strikeouts, but the Dodgers have the potential there to hit the long ball. And then you have Nat going for the Dodgers. Good young pitcher. His ERA so far this season, 10.38. He is better than that. He's a young guy. This is his 2nd season, 4.1 innings, 5 strikeouts. He got shelled his first start, but that leads me to believe he's going to have a better, more rounded performance today. Give me the Dodgers to win this game. It's a 2.5 run spread here. The over-under is 8.5. I'm still going to go with the Dodgers covering that somehow, and I'm going to go with the over. Guys, that's just our quick predictions, a breakdown of our best bets for all of our Tuesday, April 15th games. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them below, and I will respond. Thank you.